The views and opinions of this broadcast do not reflect the views and opinions of Armed Media, New Productions, and its affiliates. Enjoy the show.
I can hear her heartbeat from 1,000 miles. Yeah, the heavens open every time she smiles. And when I come to her, that's where I belong. Yet I run into her like a river song. She gave me love, 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 crazy love. She gave me love, 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 crazy love. She got a fine sense of humor when I'm feeling low down. Yeah, when I come to her, when the sun goes down, take away my trouble, take away my grief, take away my heartache, and I act like a thief. She gave me love, 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 love.
Hey guys.
Hello.
How are my friends doing? How are my friends doing?
How are you feeling? Margaret told me you hadn't been well.
Well, you know what? I've been battling, since the night I saw y'all, I've been battling the bronchitis and, whatever. Literally since the night I saw y'all. But I don't know, because Bart's sitting over here and he's a male, so I don't know what he's going to edit out of this. But guys, I had told Margaret that, once a month during, literally I needed some major surgery, and I literally had to quit 2 of my jobs because I was in bed for almost a week every time. And I started wearing Margaret's leggings every single day, and I was like, we were walking the dog last night with my daughter, and I was like, do you realize that I'm not in bed and I'm not ridden where I need to go to the doctor? I mean, we've almost gone to the emergency room every month, and I was like, I don't need to,
Lauren.
I did 7 miles today, and I was like, I feel great. I mean, and I told Bart when he got here, because he was the one going, you need to have surgery, because what happens if you have to fly to New York? What are you going to say? I have to be in bed for a week. I can't do this. You need to go ahead and have the surgery. And so when he walked in tonight, I said, I think that, maybe I'm miraculously cured. How some people have things happen and we're cured. And maybe I don't have all that scar tissue. Maybe I don't have to have major surgery.
Have it removed. Well, if you wear the leggings regularly, they really do make you feel like a different person. Now, if you stopped wearing them, you would probably go back to the way you were.
But I would love to just pray and claim a victory in your complete healing. That's amazing. I would love for you to not have to have surgery.
I can't tell you, because my dad came in because my mom had passed away of cancer, and my dad kept coming in, and he was like, you need to, because it's just my dad and then just me with my 2 kids. And he was like, you need to go ahead and have this done. And I was like, I can't. I have to plan it around Julia because she has a learning disability, and I have to work around her, and I've got to be able to take her to school. It's not just this easy thing where you can say, okay, I can lay up, but I'm not responsible for 2 human beings. And so,
are they planning on doing a hysterectomy on you?
Yeah, they were going to do everything, but I don't think I need it anymore. I mean, literally,
see, if you wear these leggings, I'm telling you, God is in the leggings, if you wear them daily, it just puts your whole body in the right positions and gets everything straight in your body, and
your mind. And your mind, I feel like.
Yeah.
And we're going to go into that. I mean, I guess, first of all, we kind of went into it. Bart's like, what the hell are you doing? Oh, sorry. Because we're not doing the regular play thing because y'all are my friends, so we didn't do it the normal thing. So let me go into the normal, thing that we do, which is...
Okay.
Welcome to Cosmopolitans with Lauren, y'all. I am so excited to welcome my guest on, and everybody that listens to me knows that I like my guests to introduce themselves, but I want to tell y'all that before they introduce themselves, that I met them 2 weeks ago, and changed my life. And y'all know that typically on my pages and my stuff that I speak a lot about spirituality. I don't really name names because I just have always tried to stay away from political and religious cycles because of what I do. But the fact is, y'all all know I'm spiritual because we always talk about that every day on all my blogs and every day when I do my talk shows about giving back and higher beings and, giving forth and whatever. So anyway, I met them, which was a crazy way that I met them was because y'all know that we laugh and joke about how I never go out and I'm Cosmopolitans with Lauren and have 2 Cosmopolitans and I'm out. But my manager and I went and we met the most amazing people that changed my life mentally, spiritually, and physically. And I'm honored to have them on my show tonight. I can't even tell you, like, if I could get down, if y'all could see me, if this was a TV show, I'd be down on my knees doing the up and down, up and down, up and down. I'm so happy to have them on. So y'all introduce yourselves.
All right, Margaret, you go first.
I'm Margaret Roberts, and I own a legging company, Minx, and I have my amazing grandmother here.
And I'm her grandmother, and Margaret's name is Margaret Roberts, and I'm Suzanne LaBrie, and I live in Tennessee, and she lives in California. But we are very close, and I have been with her through her education and also on her venture of coming out with her leggings.
And the beauty of that is that we're actually going to touch on things that we normally don't touch about, but it's the holidays, and I want to. Tell me about, Margaret, your, I don't know, you encaptured me like within the first 5 minutes because y'all, if you look at Margaret and you'll see her on the cover of her magazine, it's the most soulful, innocent. There's some people you look at and you're like, oh, they're tarnished. She's like she's almost got like a halo. It's like a bright light around her. She's like the most innocent soul, and her grandmother is amazing. And they're so close. It was really so comforting to me because I've never had anybody that loving to me in my life other than I am with my children. I never experienced that love that y'all two have, except with my kids. So, Margaret attributes a lot of where she is to her grandmother, and tell me why that is.
So I've been through my life. I had focused on having fun, and it had led me to just living in a life to a really deep extreme, and I still wasn't feeling fulfilled, and I wasn't happy. So at one point when I was 25, I went and stayed with my grandmother for 3 months and really just became so thirsty for the Word of God. And it was really because of her devotion to listening to Joyce Meyer every morning. It would come on. We sleep in the same bed. We've always had an amazingly close relationship, and we love each other. But she would start playing The Preacher at 5:30 a.m., and so it started slowly sinking into my subconscious. And I just became really so hungry to learn more about the Lord, and it was really because of her love to me and her Christ-like love, unconditional to me, that gave me the platform and the safe environment to have that time to really just to get that closeness and that oneness with God. And so I really do give her the credit for saving and changing my life, just for giving me that unconditional love.
Because wasn't there like a 5-day period where you said that you were like in bed and like your grandmother, like, because I've been there, guys, and when y'all listen to my 30-minute interview of just me, well, which you're probably going to throw up, but it's very entailed. But I've been like that, where you, like, people are worried about you because you're so in a bad place that they're worrying if you're breathing or not, or this, that, and the other. And I think that you told me you experienced that at one point. For 5 days you were...
Yes, I didn't know actually if she was dead or alive. I couldn't feel her heart beating, and I couldn't... her stomach wasn't moving, and I would put my hands up under her little nostrils, and I couldn't feel any air. But she just was comatose, actually. But I just think that Margaret, when she came, I actually was out of the country, and she called me and said she was coming to my hometown.
I'd really hit my rock bottom, and like had been for the first time kicked out of my house and my car. Everything was taken away from me, and it was the first real rock bottom I hit. And I had my grandmother to call, and she said, of course you can come to my house. So I was there a few days before she got back.
So that was your parents that did that.
Come home. And so she was here, but I didn't really know if she had been drinking. I didn't know what was wrong. I knew that when she called me, she was very upset because her mother felt like she could not keep on this same road and this path she was on. So when I got home, she was actually in my bed, and I just kind of stayed with her, and then I always watch Joyce Myers 3 times in the morning at 5 and 6:30 and 7:30, and I actually think osmosis, by me listening to her, because on the television, that it just absorbed into Margaret, and in about 5 days, she waked, and she calls me Mammy, and she said, Mammy, let's go feed the horses, and then let's come back, and let's just start reading the Bible. And I said, Margaret, that's wonderful. So that's what we did for months. We would go feed my horses twice a day, come right back in the den, sit down with the Bible, and she was absorbing it. She was taking every line, and it was just going into her spirit and her soul. And I couldn't believe it. I really couldn't. But I do think because of Joyce Myers, I don't know if you've ever watched her or not, but no matter what she says, she backs it up with Scripture. So I think Margaret, when she kept hearing the Scripture about when she was talking, that she was thirsty to read the Bible. And I really think it's changed her whole life, because once she got the Word into her spirit,
it completely renewed my whole mindset.
So, Margaret, did you wake up, you woke up, what do you want me to call you, Nana? Because that's all
Mammy.
Mammy, that's all I refer to. Okay. So did you wake up and, was that your immediate thought? If I woke up, I'd probably be like, I'm hungry, I need to go to the bathroom. But did you wake up and that was immediate thought, I want to go feed the horses? Was that some kind of, that's what I'm trying to get at. Was it a spiritual intervention where you woke up and that was I can see your quest to go intervene with nature and giving forth to feed the horses because you've had this cleansing, or was it, that was kind of later after you woke up and kind of figured out where you were? And
well, so at that time in my life, I had so many things going for me. I had a wonderful, loving family, and I had my health, and I had so many things. But I had a mindset where I really believed my life was over. I had gotten into this very dark place, and I couldn't, appreciate the beauty of life anymore. And I didn't decide to kill myself, but I was on a road that, the lifestyle I was living was a very dangerous one. So when I came to her house, it was really, it was at my very rock bottom. And when my grandmother has 7 Arabian horses, and that she loves dearly and takes care of, and I've always loved her animals, but it really was, that was my last hope. It was, I was at a point where I couldn't keep living the way I was, and it was really just, so if I really hadn't woken up with that thirst and hunger for God, I wouldn't have a life.
So when you woke up, was that your immediate thought, or was it something that it kind of came to you after you'd been up for an hour or so? You were because you were out for a couple of days and then you woke up. Was that something it came to you immediately, or was it you kind of foggy and then, oh my gosh, I've actually been touched?
It wasn't foggy at all.
I was drawn to it. It was almost how, a moth would be drawn to a flame. It was just something deep inside me that it was drawing me in, and it was the love of God.
And see, the first thing I do after I watch Joyce Myers I go feed my horses because it's, about
A ritual.
8 o'clock. And
Breakfast time.
And she's been here enough to know that when my feet hit the ground, I'm going down the steps going out to the barn. So that's why she said, let's go feed your horses, because she knew that's what I was going to do. And then let's come back and I want to start reading the Bible and studying the Word. And that was all in one sentence. Immediately we got up, we went and fed the horses, we came back into the den, sat down, and I have a Bible right there on the coffee table. We picked it up. That was her entrance to the Word.
And I love this. And I'm going to tell you why. That this, guys, just life is such a crazy roller coaster. Like, there's things that you don't realize that are happening that are happening for a reason. But Margaret gave me the strength just this second, because just when she said that, because I get so many requests of people saying, like, why did you get where you are, and how did all this happen? And when Margaret and I connected, it was more like, I wanted to tell the story because she's a beautiful, young, successful, you look at her and you're like, oh my God, she's got everything going for her. She's just like the perfect person. And then you hear her struggles, and you realize that, at one point she had given up, and that she's starting over, and she's rebuilding a life. And that was kind of my deal, is that, everybody looks at me and they, oh my gosh, you got it so together. But no, this is not my second, that's probably the third or fourth time that I've had the fourth time go around. But we connected that way. And the beauty of it is that I never had, people had introduced me to Joyce Myers, and she does have a lot of connection. But with Margaret voicing what just happened to her, I don't feel so uncomfortable about the interview that I just gave, because I gave an interview and I was extremely uncomfortable because it was the first time that I very openly opened up about, at one point in my life, it wasn't that I wanted to die. I wasn't going to kill myself, but I had given up. And I didn't really care what happened at that point. I just felt like that I was so doomed and so had been through so much that I had just given up, flags up, white flag. And to hear somebody that you look at her and you would never assume that happened, and to hear that she is on her second leg now and such an successful person and has such a strong family. I don't really have a lot of family. And so the connection between those two are just amazing. I'm so actually a little jealous. I'm a little green with envy. But it is a beautiful experience when you come upon someone that you can both feel the energy coming off of each other. And, we're not embarrassed to say we've been through some major trials and tribulations in our life. And there are things that happened to us that caused us to be a little bit damaged. But I think because we're damaged, we are creators. We create beauty. We create things to make other people feel better. I have my talk show, and I'm trying to reach out and talk to y'all to make you feel better. And we chit-chatted a little before we came on air, is that Margaret's leggings, we're going to get more into the spiritual, but I want to tell them what she does, because when I went to her show, when I said, I never go out, and I went out, I went to the show, and I guys, we all suffer financial issues, but I was like dealing with the issue of how I was going to get the kids into college and school, and everybody knows about my divorce, and then I'm restarting. And she gave me a pair of her beautiful leggings, which I have worn pretty much every day, because everybody loves them. But it had a different effect on me. And Margaret, tell me about the effect that you feel with your leggings.
So, when I was going through this journey, really started to refocus my life all around the Lord. I was prompted to do. It started out just small little things, and I was obedient to that piece and that voice that I call the Holy Spirit. And it led me, to do all kinds of different things that weren't exactly my ideas, but they were things that I knew that they were, after praying, they were what I was supposed to be doing. And after about a year and a half, God prompted me to make a commitment to Him, a covenant to never drink alcohol again. And that was something that I had never considered and never thought of doing on my own, but I made that covenant. I made that promise. It was a very serious moment when I decided to give my word to the Lord that I would never have alcohol again. And then the next day, in a miracle to me, I was completely relieved of any desire of drinking alcohol. So just through different steps of obedience, I saw the Lord working instantly in my life, and like being just such an active role, as if, like he was right there with me. I could completely feel him. And I was led to find out about this fabric that I use for my leggings that has a heat and cooling treatment on the yarn level that people at the time were using for under ski armor. I was moving from Los Angeles to New York, and I was thinking of just the drastic climate change I was going to be going through, and all of my clothes had mainly been just for beach weather. And so I could not find anything that was stylish and fashionable with this material. And so I came out to Los Angeles. I had gone to school out here for 5 years, doing couture gowns and pattern making and French couture, like learning the whole method of couture. And I had some connections, but God led me in his own way to really within 1 week, he made my whole company come to life. And I met the people that I needed to meet, and God facilitated, helping me find the mill where we were going to produce the fabric, and everything really has unfolded in his way. And so I put it all in his hands, and everything that I did, I prayed over the fabric. I prayed, for the women when they wore this to feel the best version of themselves, and for God to fill up anything inside them that they needed him to. I made it with all of his love, and I had a pastor out here in Los Angeles come and pray over the yarn as it was being knitted together. So it was all done, just with him in the center of my mind and the center of my focus. And so I feel like as much as I took pattern making at school, there's no way that, I did this on my own. And like the leggings, they fit all different body styles, amazing, all age ranges. And they really bring life to people in a way that I could never do. So I give all the glory to God. And I'm so grateful for you having me on your show today to be able to express that. Because
I'm actually crying right now. Because literally, I do feel like there are people that you meet in your life, like usually my show is like happy and we're jollying around, but there's people that you meet in your life that have such an influence on you, and you don't realize it may be like a 15 or a 20-minute encounter, and you really, I know that I've touched people I don't realize that I've touched, but sometimes you get a second chance to meet that person with that person again and say, you really changed you changed the way I saw things, you changed the way I felt about things, you changed the ability for me to talk about the stuff that I've been through. And I would have to say that you too gave me a little bit of the strength to kind of come out of the shadows of, I'm not just this giggly, fun person that y'all all think I am. I actually have gone through a lot of stuff. And I talked to Margaret before the radio show came on, before we did this, is that, we joke, and I've done a couple of tours where I've gone and self-help people and, talked to groups and stuff. And I've always kind of battled this pain that has, it kind of knocks me down for almost weeks at a time or months at a time. But I'm not just saying this. And I start getting y'all's crazy emails about them making stuff up. I'm just not, I'm not, because, I don't stress a lot of things on my show. There's few things I stress, but I put those on, and normally I've needed surgery for a long time, and I've been avoiding it for reasons of my own demons that I've been battling with my mom dying of cancer and stuff like this. I've just not wanted to address issues. But I've literally been wearing her leggings every day because I thought I was fashionable and they look beautiful and I look so skinny in them. But I don't hurt. My daughter looked at me as we were walking the dog the other day. She goes, "It's the first time you haven't been in bed for a week in a month, Mom." And it's true. And I believe it's because Margaret's healing.
Well, I agree, because I don't even think Margaret really knows how powerful her leggings are. I mean, the style is wonderful.
Beautiful.
And the lace and the fabric and all that. But that's not what I love about it. And that's not what I tell people when I'm talking about her leggings. I strictly say God led her to do this, because when she decided that she was going to go into fashion, she didn't know what she was going to start with. And then when she found this fabric and prayed over it and said this would just be perfect for pants or leggings, and then she started making them. And the first time I tried them on, I couldn't believe it.
Well,
I mean, because
you looked really hot that night that I saw you.
Well, I tell you, they are healing, and I think God is in them. She named them after the tribes of Israel. Every legging has a different name, and they're all the tribes of Israel. And I can't remember what tribe I have on, and when I'm modeling them and all, and so I nicknamed
I know when I saw you,
them
I was like, well, she's a little firecracker. You looked so great. I was like, she is a hot, great grandmama. I love her. Like, I just want y'all to adopt me. Can I just come live in y'all's house?
You are adopted.
Well, we would love for you too. We would love for you too.
Because it's really like I know. And Bart was like, "Can I get adopted too?" Because both of us have had like some difficult childhoods, and Margaret and I'm gonna call you Nana. That's gonna be my Nana because I don't have anybody. I don't have an extended family, and I feel very alone a lot of times, and especially during the holidays.
All you have to do is pick up the phone. I answer. I have a phone with me all the time, and Margaret will tell you if I'm in the tub or somewhere and I can't answer. I jump out and run.
Chandelier, she's gonna get down.
I get to the phone because they all think I'm dead.
Look, you're gonna be out. You'll be out jigging all of us.
Remarkable thing.
So you can call me anytime.
The remarkable
thing is really she doesn't like to be confined, and she's barely even, we can barely convince her to wear a seatbelt because she just hates the restriction. She's a little bit claustrophobic, so it was just really a testimony for me to hear that she sleeps in the leggings and that she loves the feeling of them because she doesn't like tight clothing. She doesn't like to be, restricted in that way, and so she is a huge testimony. Some of her friends, she's had to literally convince them for days to try them on, but once they get them on, they love them. But it's sometimes people don't want to have something that's tight. They don't think they like leggings. They think leggings are they're too tall, that they're not going to be flattering. They need to lose weight before they wear the leggings. And really, the leggings solve all of those problems.
I know.
Well, the leggings, the fabric she's chosen, they push your stomach in. They don't push it up like Spanx, where when someone hugs you, they grab that inner tube. And then they hold your fanny, they push it tight and push it up. Because I've never even had a fanny.
You're giving my secrets away. Like, because I look so good in these right now. I'm like, don't tell them that now, because they'll know what I look like when I take them off.
But really and truly, they do they make your posture, you get your posture back. And see, I'm 79 years old.
And you don't
So my friends are in the late 70s or early 80s. And we all have back problems. And, our stomachs make us lean forward. And we don't hold our shoulders up. And so if I can get my friends in them, it changes their whole life.
Right. And it does. And we're going to, I have to, y'all always say, whenever anybody comes on, we always have to divert to one of my funny stories, and we're just going to divert real quick, is that when my daughter was doing Valentine's Day and she was playing Patrick Dempsey's daughter, and I had Spanx on. This is why I never wear Spanx, people. I had Spanx on, and so her trailer just happened to be kind of catty corner or whatever. So Patrick Dempsey knocks on the thing and he's like, "Hey, y'all ready to go?" And Julie's like, "Yeah, we're ready to go." So he kind of grabs her at her waist and puts her down on the ground, and then he goes to get me. And I'm sitting there for this 5-second delay going, do I let this man that is a honky monkey grab my waist and figure out that I have Spanx on, or do I just jump out by myself? And so I just jumped out by myself. Then it was like a week later, the one person that my daughter wanted to meet, and if we could ever have him on, because he's the nicest person in the entire world, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. She wanted to have Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. What I might add, he is perfect skin, perfect teeth. But we go running up, and she runs and sees him, and she goes, "Oh, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson." Once again, I'm stuck with my Spanx on. Courtney Cox is there, skinny mini, and just walks over and gives him a big old hug, and Julia's jumping all over him. And she goes, my mama loves it when you take your shirt off in Scorpion King. And he kind of did that Dwayne "The Rock" look, and he goes, "Well, come give me a hug." Once again, I had my Spanx on. And that thought went through my head, do I hug him knowing I have Spanx on? And he's going to think I'm so fat I have to wear Spanx, or do I not hug him? And I didn't hug him. And to this day, I will never put on a pair of Spanx or anything like that. And Julia will look at me. Sometimes I'll look in the mirror and we just look at each other, and she'll go, "You shouldn't have the Spanx on." I'm like, I know, right? I will never wear Spanx. These are not like Spanx, so you get my second away.
No, they're not.
No, not at all.
They hold you in, but they're not really tight. I don't feel like they're tight on my body, but I do feel like they make everything go to the right place, and it holds it there. Where most leggings are flimsy, and if you have a tummy, your tummy's going to show. But in these, it makes you. Well, it takes actually 20 pounds off of you. If you think you need to lose 20 pounds, if you put these leggings on, everybody will think you've lost the 20 pounds.
Okay, all right. Well, people, when you saw my YouTube and all that other stuff, that's the size I am. Because everybody's like, "You look so thin." I was like, "Yeah, I am, because I diet all the time."
Well, you don't have to with these.
But
in whatever size you think you are.
Right.
Like if you think you're a small, you would wear an extra small in the leggings. And if you think you are a 10 or 12 and you would take a medium or a large, you drop down a size. Because when you put them on like you're putting on pantyhose,
right,
and work them up to your knee, and then stand up and pull them up high. Most of them come way over your waistline, where you don't have that roll.
But we do have some, like I think I have the ones that come below the belly button, right?
All right, I don't know what style Margaret gave you.
It's the one with the holes down this
peekaboo holes down the front.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that waistline is right on your, your hip bone.
Yeah.
But
that's what I like.
But it still holds you in.
Yeah, holds my
but
tissue.
Like I say, if you worry about that roll up over it, she has leggings that come up almost under your bosom.
Well, let me ask you this: where do we go to get these beautiful, perfect things that make us look awesome?
So I have a website where you can order online, minxx.us. And if you go to the shopping area, I can give everyone a 15 to 20% discount with the code LACE in capital letters, LACE. And I also sell them in Nashville at Jamie's and H. Audrey and Levy's. I have a few different stores. Are your listeners mainly in Alabama?
No, it's global. We've got 700,000 people.
Okay.
It's global. We got 700,000 people around the world listening to you. And you know what? So I want y'all to think about that, because my producer's looking at me going, I need to go to a commercial break for 1 minute while y'all absorb the fact that y'all are in Poland right now and Spain as we talk. So we will be back in 1 minute, okay? So everybody y'all go go to the bathroom. No, actually don't go to the bathroom because you got to listen to the commercial, but go do what you need. Sit by there and listen to my commercial. Okay.
Okay.
You give it your all. You fight every battle when others would claim defeat. We are the fighters, the chosen, the warriors. We are the ones every day battling to be stronger, healthier, and the best we can be. Blood Ugly shows everyone what you stand for. You're the best mom, best friend, cancer survivor, role model, athlete, kid. We are the ones that fight to get the job done, no matter the scars or the pain. We fight with grace, humility, beauty, and determination. We are the elite group known as Blood Ugly.
Are you hangry? Know the signs. Uncontrollable yelling.
Why aren't you egg rolls?
Hallucination.
Sushi.
Pants discomfort.
I hate you, pants.
Hangry. It can happen to anyone. Fortunately, there's E24, the app that tells hunger to shut up.
Egg rolls. Thanks, Snoop.
E24. In my medical opinion, it's the best way to order food online, baby.
Hey everyone, as you all know, summer is now here and everyone wants sexy summer skin. I'm partnered with Rodan & Fields, the #2 premium skincare company in the US. We have some fun treats for you guys. Check out my website at www.ewinters.myrandf.com. But wait, there's more. Join as a preferred customer to get 10% off and free shipping for all these amazing products that I'm currently obsessing over. Or email me for a free mini facial or free consultation at ewintersrf@gmail.com to get your sexy summer glow.
Hey everyone, I want to tell you all about an amazing salon, Joyce's, located at 132 Ferry Street in Everett, Massachusetts. Joyce's specializes in the latest techniques in coloring, styling, cutting, and beach waves. Joyce's features Sukesha all-natural nutrient products and organic color. Joyce's full-service spa and salon, located at 132 Ferry Street, Everett, Massachusetts. 617-387-6688, specializing in you.
Hey there, all you creepy people. This is Kevin Wayne from Portland, Oregon. You're listening to Armed Radio, home of the big guns.
Hey Dan, how's the day going so far?
My day couldn't be better. You pull up less than 3 minutes after I open my Lyft app, and how do you greet me? With a kind hello? Just delightful.
Great. Care for a cookie?
A cookie? A chocolate chip cookie? You know, I'd love one.
Sure.
Hey, let me ask you something. How did you know I love this song?
I mean, come on, it's the Cold War kids. Everybody loves them.
Whoa! Who taught this guy how to merge? That was a fantastic merge!
Couldn't agree more.
That's it? That's all this costs? What's this thing running on? Smiles and high fives? You son of Mike, I love you!
Thanks. Have a great day.
Lyft. Driving you happy. Just download and go.
All right, we're going to commercial break. How long do I have to wait?
You don't have to wait at all.
Okay, all right, well, then we're good. Okay, guys. All right, we went to commercial break. Now we're back from the commercial break. I know, this pre-recording stuff is freaking me out. I'm so used to going live. No, guys, this is actually global, and like right before me is a UK model from London that talks about how to become, a superstar, and we got somebody from Poland. I mean, we got tons of people. So no, it is international. So if we're international, would we just Google Minx, MINXX?
.us.
.us. And .us. And is it?
US.
Are we just strictly doing leggings? Or are you going to eventually venture out to different things? Or are you just kind of settled in on doing the leggings?
Well, I love all design. I really am inspired to do so many things, but I'm focusing strictly on the leggings right now. It's been 1 year that I've been in business, and I'm just nurturing this at the moment, but I definitely have a lot of different new things to come, for sure.
Do you have a favorite legging? We're going to ask you that.
One of my favorite is right now, I collaborated with a designer here in Los Angeles, Antonio Barragon, and I have a pair of leggings that have sterling silver crosses with leather detail on them that are really special to me. And one of the basic pair that are on the website that that have always been my favorite are the ones Naphtali. They have lace up the side.
Yeah, those are beautiful.
I've got to get you a pair of those.
I can't tell y'all. Y'all, if you go, everybody that's listening, like, I love my people, and I just want y'all to experience the stuff that I get to experience. I mean, I know y'all think that I'm, like, living this great, terrific life, but we all have our struggles, and I just wish that y'all could experience. And if y'all can go to this webpage, I promise you, for those that are having troubles or have physical ailments, I have from triathlons and stuff. I have bad back, bad legs, foot surgeries, 6 knee surgeries. I'm all over the place. This will change your life. And not only that, but that it's going to like an amazing cause. I mean, this is not like a cause, but like there's something like, when you go to the family grocery store and then you go to this major public grocery store, there's a totally different place. I'm telling you, this is somewhere which you would want to be, where it makes you feel good about making a purchase. That you're going to feel good about yourself. You're just dealing with good people, and that's hard to find in an industry where it's a cutthroat industry. Have you found that, Margaret, that it's like a cutthroat industry in the entertainment business, the PR business, and the fashion world?
So I can say I definitely have, heard the stories, and at this time I've really had an empowering, amazing experience meeting women that are doing great things in the world. Like my experience at this moment, I've been sheltered. God sheltered me from that. I know how the fashion industry can be and how in entertainment, it is so competitive, but I've been blessed at this time to really have been around an amazing team of people that have kind of helped shelter me from that in a way. But I can say, honestly, that I had hired someone recently to do some social media and different work for me, and that took a turn for the worse, but everything is a learning experience. And I prayed, and before I hired him, even when I was writing the ad for him to find someone to fill this position, I prayed over it, and it really turned out to be a nightmare. And I'm still working through it, but I realized it's all in God's plan. It's all for the greater good, and I'm learning from it, and it's building me to be a stronger person and smarter in business, not to make the same mistake twice.
No, I have somebody I'm working with that's just started a fashion line too, and he was giving me like this thing, and it's really sad because I think that me and you have been through a lot, and that we're kind of open-minded and we want to help people, and then you get taken advantage of because you want to help people. And he was writing me something that somebody had told him, this long, drawn-out story, and I just happened to Google it, and I was like, that's not true. Sometimes we have to be proactive. We can't just want to give our hearts out on the string, which is what I typically did. And we talked about it a couple of months ago, that one of my bosses were like, Lauren, you cannot keep giving your address out and your phone number out. I mean, it's becoming a dangerous situation, because I wanted to help everybody. And we have like these clean hearts where we've been through a lot, so we want to help people. But then we have to realize,
love people,
yeah. But then we have to realize that there are people that are really not, they're testing you, I guess is the word. I mean, you've got, we have our faith, and we know that we're tested. Our faith is tested daily, and it's tested, through different things that go on. And, that's our struggle, that you're tested daily, and you just have to go back to what you believe in and who you believe in.
Yes, you'd have to know, whose you are and who you are. And I with the situation I'm speaking of, just on Sunday, I received a very slandering, horrible email from this person, and said a lot of lies and horrible things to me. But those types of attacks, sometimes when people do see how kind you are, how loving you are, they see it as a weakness to exploit, and it definitely does happen. It's like,
well, that's why y'all met. Yeah, that's why y'all met, Bart, when y'all were like, oh, he's so sweet. But, I actually got him because he was a protector, because so many people were taking advantage of me, because I just wanted to help. And when you really have something where you're really just trying to help, and you're not out for become number one and you're not out to stomp on everybody. I always do that thing where you got to meet everybody that you come down with. And I do a thing where I talk about that every night I go to bed. I know I lay my head down. I know I didn't gossip. I know I wasn't mean to anybody. I know I tried to help somebody. That's my big thing. But when you come to this illusion of, I experienced that too. I wrote this major movie, and they're in Africa filming the movie and this, that, and the other, and then they call me to write another movie, and then they fire me after I turn in my first draft, and then I find out they're in Africa filming this movie, and then the manager looks it up, and they don't have my name listed on as the original. They don't have my name listed at all. I was the original writer. I wrote it for 7 months. I was completely involved in it, and so. Yeah, you have to, at some point, you have to get somebody to represent you, or you have to buckle up and bone up. And I can't buckle up and bone up, so I got just a hard military man to come in to represent me.
Well, you're very fortunate, to have someone that you found someone that will take care of you. And, and he's probably been there and done that, and he knows. He can sense it. He can sense when someone's sincere and when someone is a phony.
Mm-hmm. It is funny how everybody kind of turns tail and run. I'm like, you need to talk to them. They're like, well, can't we just leave him out? That's what I was going to ask you, Margaret, because a lot of people come to me and they're like, can you just leave him out? Can't we just do a deal between just me and you? Do you have a manager, or do you have someone that helps you cultivate your business or your fabrics, or do you just have to work one-on-one with everybody?
Well, my mom has been incredibly involved and supportive, and she has such a wonderful business entrepreneur mindset. And so I've been really fortunate to have her along my side. Everything that, I do or that comes along my path, I also have her to talk to about. And so that's just been an incredible blessing as well. Because when you do have a creative mindset and you're involved in the design and doing all the creative, sometimes that you get distracted, or you need someone to shelter you from everything out there.
But you can't be creative. You've got, today, I had so many people coming at me with stuff. You can't be creative when you feel this guilt, I have to get back to this person, or is this person really sincere, or this person, you've got to have a filter. I mean, it's just to me as a teacher, we have teachers in there, and we have teachers' aides, because the kids can't always just be expected to just learn and be right there. You need somebody to filter it. Sometimes an aide needs to step in. Sometimes, counselor's got to step in. We all need help. There's not a problem. We can be the most successful people in the world, and we still need help. And probably the most successful people need help because they've got so many things going on. And that's how I feel like you are. I mean, I think I texted Margaret, and she was like, I'm going to do this traveling with this basketball team and this, that, and the other. And I'm like, what an amazing person. She's got this amazing business. She's got this amazing family. She's this, beautiful girl, and she's doing all this charity work. I mean, where does she find the time? So you do need help. It's okay, people, to ask for help. It's normal. We're human. We need help.
Yes, and my dad, he's been an incredible entrepreneur, and I went and shadowed him before I actually started my own company, and I really learned, he's not an expert at everything, but he's an expert at sales, and then he has a team around him. He started a healthcare company, and he has an amazing team of people around him that are experts in what they do. So you surround yourself with good people and that are great and experts in what they're doing. You can't exactly rely on yourself to be amazing at everything, but you can be knowledgeable about it, and you can use the information that you have from your team. And so that's something that really is a valuable lesson in business. It's just, you don't have to do it all alone, and you can have people around there for that type of support.
And but also, we have our faith.
We have our faith. That's what I was about to say. When you're feeling weak, that's when, God has the most room to come in and do the supernatural, to come in and fill you up with his presence. When you're the most empty and you're the most in need, that's when you can really rely on God and see the miracles of his strength.
Well,
and his grace.
As much as I love my time with y'all, and I have to find out when y'all are coming back because I'm going to have to stalk you. I'm like,
Okay.
you're going to look out there.
We have to have a reunion.
I know.
soon.
We're going to y'all going to look out your window and go, hey, she looks really familiar. Sniffing around outside. I'll be like Tiny Tim.
Well,
I brought the turkey.
Well, you're welcome anytime because
Always
you know where my daughter and Margaret, where their home is, and anytime you want to come see us, we're there. I'm not there all the time, but somebody's there, and Margaret comes and goes, and I come and go, but anyway, you're welcome to come.
Y'all are
anytime
perfect.
you want to.
Okay, well, the parenting plan class will be sending the adoption papers sometime in the mail, so look for that. Adoption of Lauren Damrich. Okay.
Okay.
Well,
you're an angel, and I'm so glad we met.
I am too.
And we're looking forward to meeting with you again.
Okay, honeys. I love y'all, and guys,
we love you too.
I love you.
Glad you're feeling so good. Keep those leggings on.
I'm sleeping in them. Mwah. Okay, guys. All right, guys.
Bye, Lauren.
Bye, sweet
Night, night.
Night, guys.
Thank you.
Okay, guys, I'm going to sign off with Cosmopolitans with Lauren and tell y'all that I want to thank you for showing. I know this is not a normal show for me because I normally don't talk about this stuff, but sometimes you have to just kind of open up and feel the spirit. All right? Love you guys. Mwah.
I can hear her heartbeat from 1,000 miles. Yeah, the heavens open every time she smiles. And when I come to her, that's where I belong. Yet I run into her like a river song. She gave me love, 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 crazy love. She gave me love, 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 crazy love. She got a fine sense of humor when I'm feeling low down. Yeah, when I come to her, when the sun goes down. Take away my trouble, take away my grief, take away my heartache, and I act like a thief. She gave me love, love.